Hey, what's up, guys? It's CJ. I'm here with Mike and Richard, and we're bringing you another episode of Superhero Sundays. But before we get into all that, don't forget to like and subscribe because any and all support is greatly appreciated. With all that being said, roll the intro.
We're going to talk about, raw content as it happens. So it's going to be constant things going to be coming up. It's going to be busy.
A lot of busy, but we're doing it for you guys out there, the fans, because we're fans of these shows too. We're not just people just randomly thinking of stuff and want to get on the bandwagon. No, we're actually really fans of these fandoms. Speaking of fandoms, man, we have DC, we have Marvel, we have Star Wars. In two of our fandoms, we have really big icons that died. Marvel, we have Iron Man that died. And then in Star Wars, we have Han Solo that passed away, that got killed by his son. I have a question for you guys. Which icon death was more surprising or more impactful in your guys' opinion? Because I kind of thought that Han Solo's death was kind of out of left field. I didn't expect that to happen. With Iron Man, if you keep it with the comics or things like that, you probably kind of saw something like that is going to happen. But I'm going to go with Richard, man. Which icon death was kind of more surprising or more impactful, did you think, for the fandoms?
It's kind of hard to answer, but on a personal level, I'll say Han Solo. Me growing up, big Star Wars fan, Han Solo was the epitome of cool. He was suave, he has his swag to him, his cockiness, but like still you love him, and the love story between him and Leia, it's a beautiful thing. And for a role in a franchise that expands 40 years, for him to get done by his own son, yeah, that does suck. So that's me answering as a Star Wars fan. However, the question is, which is more impactful? I'll say Tony Stark, because you really see the impact of his non-presence on the world, when it comes to the technology and when it comes to the Avengers, when it comes to the superheroes that are still fighting the fight after him. So without his brilliance of the technology, I think it kind of, you see that it's kind of slowed down. I mean, things are still cool, but they're not Tony Stark cool. So.
Yeah. I agree. When it came to those two fandoms, the one that was really surprising was Han Solo, of course. I did not expect it to happen. I was like, what? He died? He got stabbed? And it's like, yeah, seeing him get killed, it was just like, wow. Like, I did not expect that. I thought it was like a dream or something. It's like gonna get reversed. Like, oh, he's still alive. No, he's gone. So it was like, wow, that was really, really surprising. But as far as impactful, I gotta say Iron Man. After Han Solo died, it was like, dang, that sucked, that's sad, but things just continued on. It was like, okay, sorry, Han Solo, you're iconic, but still, everybody still can move forward. With Iron Man, that was really, really impactful for the MCU, just the Avengers overall, and it was sad. It got to me. I was like the way he sacrificed himself was really special, and you have that saying of "I love you 3000." It's just like, yeah, man, I love you 3000. Like, I felt it. I was like, man, it was sad, So Iron Man was definitely more impactful to me personally. But I think just overall, as far as impacting their fandom, impacting their content, I think Iron Man was more of a big event. Mike, what do you think, man? Han Solo or Iron Man? Which one was more surprising? Which one was more impactful?
Both of you hit the nail on the head that Han Solo was probably the more surprising death. Not just surprising how you weren't really seeing it that's going to happen, but the way he died. And it was probably really emotional that way. But as for complete impact on the fandom, the fans, just everything in general, it had to be. You kind of knew somebody was going to die. One of the three you thought were going to die. The way that it impacted, like Richard said, not just the people around him, like the Avengers, but the world, like society has been impacted by his loss. All the posters that people saw everywhere, all the murals, all the different things like that. The world misses Tony Stark. as well as, Spider-Man having to fill a big, shoes to fill. Steve Rogers with losing like his best friend. The fact that there's not much there to move on technology now has to be Wakanda that steps, even though they probably did everything first, but now they actually have to step into the limelight and start filling in those gaps. Like as in Falcon and Winter Soldier or Captain America Winter Soldier, they gave Falcon his new suit. So instead of Iron Man giving suits, it's actually Wakanda. So
that's true.
It's definitely more impactful death than Han Solo. Like you said, Han Solo, when he died, yes, it was emotional. Yes, it was surprising, but the rebellion moved on. Like he wasn't really doing enough for really make a big impact on the rebellion and what they were doing. But Iron Man had such a big impact and big resource and big
role
in what they were doing and how they got there, that once he died, that was all gone.
That's good. Fans out there, what do you guys think? Which one was more impactful? Which one was more surprising? Let us know down in the comments. We want to hear you guys' thoughts as well. On this show, we like to recognize real life heroes. You're going to be recognizing a CNA named Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Pointer is a CNA/CNP for 26 years now. She currently works at Foothill Presbyterian Hospital. She was inspired to get into the medical field because her mom's best friend was a nurse. She was a labor and delivery nurse. So talking to her and growing up around her, that really inspired her to get into the medical field. As far as any aspirations to expanding her career, she's definitely thinking about getting to the surgical tech field. Elizabeth, I know her from another fandom thing. We're both Buccaneer fans in a Buccaneers fan club. So we're in communication all the time with that. So Elizabeth, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for doing what you do in the community, for helping humanity, and we appreciate everything. All right, and good luck to you, okay?
Truly appreciate you. You are a hero. So I'll be sending her a gift card, a drawstring bag, and a hero ID badge holder for her badge at work. So thanks again, Elizabeth. And that's going to conclude another episode of Superhero Sundays. Tune in next week where we get into some more fun topics and off the wall questions. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.